Welcome back to our Let's Play of Disco Elysium. This is part 2. I'm recording this right after part 1, so I haven't had a chance to check comments yet. To see if I'm doing things right. Though this feels like the kind of game that there is no right way to do things. I've discovered that there was a murder here. Apparently 7 days ago. The body is still in the tree. People don't like cops around here. I have no idea who I am or have any memory whatsoever, possibly due to a drinking problem. This guy's my partner from another precinct for a pissing competition. We'll read about that. Never mind. Ask him about this after the initial inspection of the dead body is done. That's a good idea. Oh, it is 9 o'clock on Monday. Let's do this. I wanted to talk to this lady now that I talked to my partner.
Hello, sweetie.
I believe his name was Kim. Elderly woman turns to you with a smile.
Who's sweetie?
Why, you are, officer. And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I don't know. Maybe I have. I had once, but then I lost her. I don't.
The mating rituals aren't the good part, sweetie. I know it's none of my business, but you look like you need someone to take care of you.
You know what? That's probably a good point.
I suppose all of us do it one time or another. I don't know what I'd do without Morel.
Is Morel your husband?
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
Slaps yourself on the forehead.
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rims of her glasses. She looks up, smiling.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Hire her on the spot.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I hope you're right. I hope it's not that bad.
You know where we are, right?
Rolling Rags Cafeteria. Warzone Rage. Oh, we're dead.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In Ravenclaw?
Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. Yes, great. See? We're getting somewhere. What else you know about our city of splendor? Tattered as she may be.
I don't know diddly Scott. What kind of place?
How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is. Yes?
Spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders.
Yeah, well, I only know that because other people told me.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy. I'd like to think the dictatorship of a proletariat. Something tells me not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who devour lands with steeds. Civilization cowers before them. I'm guessing it's a democracy since we've got police and stuff.
Nope. Sadly not.
Oh yeah, that's
is
right.
what's called a zone of control. under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven.
Uh-huh.
Meaning, buying is voting.
Right. If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Rivishall, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the Revolution.
Uh-huh.
But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
Okay.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
Okay. So, how did I do?
You were doing quite well up until the end, dear. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd.
It
A
is.
sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
Okay.
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
All right. So that wasn't the inciting incident that splits things. What does this have to do with there not being
It
any
has
cops?
something to do with everything. I really don't know how to explain it better.
Okay. Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez.
Okay.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
A paraplegic is
I know
someone
what a
with
paraplegic
limited
is,
or
thank
no
you.
ability to use the lower half of their body. Paraplegia is caused by spinal cord injuries, like falling from a great height, or a grenade explosion.
I'm sorry. It was rude of me to mention wheelchair. Let's move
That's
on.
quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
I want you to be my wheelchair partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, catching sequence killers.
Sequence killers? Oh my. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
I know, but there are also side mysteries, sequence killers, and forays into the paranatural.
I can assure you with absolute certainty, there are no sequence killings taking place in Martinez.
Okay.
Now, gentlemen, no need to squabble. I wouldn't be of much use to you anyway, sweetie.
3 heads are better than 2.
Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place, you see. I'd slow you down. Perhaps another time.
Okay.
Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
She gets some smaller. Alright, well, he overheard a lot of that, so he's probably aware now that I have amnesia. A pen with a green ape head on one end. The ape has closed its eyes, kind of expression adorning its face. It seems to be meditating. You have no idea where you are. Lena encouraged you to ask others for explanations where in greater detail. Perhaps try a rich person. Rich people are educated.
Yes?
Alright, I think I'll tell him the truth now.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
Okay.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
Excuse me?
Nothing, just
You
an
have
observation.
a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide.
What do you mean by
I
distinctive?
hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
Gotcha. That's racist.
He simply nods. Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Alright. Tell me about
What
the
do you
case.
want to know? Maybe you can tell me what you do know to help me narrow it down a bit.
I know literally nothing about it, only what
Do you want
told
me to
before.
brief you?
Brief, yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling in Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Who was the caller?
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
Okay, so it's someone... It could have been the killer wanting to, you know, get it out there that something, that the person was killed so they would know.
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters.
Or it could be that.
The Dock Workers Union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that. That's right.
Okay.
You mean like a brief? Do you want me? There's no reason to. 3 days ago, during that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify a security guard or worker of some sort hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth. To find him or her is what there's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as that's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
Right.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely
So we're not
questioned.
officially
It's
police.
super useful to know this.
We're police, but we're not official.
That's right.
Gotcha.
Good.
Alright. So he doesn't believe that I'm an amnesiac, so I guess it wouldn't have hurt. This guy's from the
The worker isn't a perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, the logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
Or why is this
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
Right, so there's a strike right now. He's from the company that hired the security guard that died. Can we go outside really quick? No, summer door closed for the winter. Oh, that's the door is over here. Gotcha. Oh, and there's the back door. So we'll come out here in a little while. Let's go talk to the manager really quick.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
He responds tersely.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
What is golden orange, like a forest fire that smells like liquor? Can I have a drink?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Officer, I was thinking more along the lines of your name.
Currently in between.
Fantastic.
It's like when you left your band, but you haven't decided a solo artist name. No, let Kim say what he's going to
Right.
say.
Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
He looks behind the pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many cafeterias I manage.
Yeah. You said you managed 3.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
Okay.
I didn't imply that. Detective,
He probably means this is where you step in and ask your questions.
Right, questions.
His
I got
face
this.
expresses profound doubt in your having this.
Okay. Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get
That's
there?
easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Okay.
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. What are you, crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Well, okay, that's actually a good reaction. Getting upset that we might accuse him is a good reaction.
She went away because none of your business.
You mean none of our business? We need to know where she
Have
is.
they not been telling you you're a cop?
Okay, you got me. She went away because of the dead body out back. And because I asked for her number.
Oh,
That's why Sylvie went away. I hope you appreciate that.
thank you.
Lieutenant Sensi opens a little notebook at the cover. The number is safely tucked away in the small pocket. Then go
I
out.
asked an employee out. She didn't want to come, but felt obliged to. It was a bad idea. Now, what is so goddamn fascinating about that for you? It's got nothing to do with the lynching.
This stuff gets on my nerves. I'm a feminist. I guess I like to be thorough. Everything has something to do with everything. I don't know. I just went for it. You're right. I probably shouldn't have asked. I'm going to say everything has something to do with everything.
Good for you. Was there something else? I'd like to get back to what I was doing.
Let's go.
Okay. Interview.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real. Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real.
He pronounced the R to mark the word spread again.
The IIR, or Inter-Isolary Real, is the global reserve currency. Whatever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money.
Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right. Money. You owe this establishment 130 real. Let's see. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work. So don't try to tell me you didn't. That will be 40 real in damages.
It's 100.
Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of Revachol. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30 equals 130 real. And yes, real is still money. What are you, a philosopher?
Actually, I might be. No, I'm good.
Money is what grown-up people use to pay for things. Things like this hostel room, or 8 bottles of potent blend, and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really.
There's a shuffle of nylon as Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in the pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here any longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then...
Officer, maybe you are better off working this from home for now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm sorry I couldn't help more. You should take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car, okay? We have to get this investigation started now.
Right. I
Good
need
luck.
100. I need 130.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
I don't know. Near? South,
You don't
maybe?
really know, do you?
I only have a vague
A
black
vague,
image.
blackened image doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear.
Okay. Alright, so. Who made the call reporting the crime? Call Sylvie using Kim's shortwave to ask whether she made the call. You pay for damages. You need to pay for the damages called, or you won't have a place to stay tonight. Ask around for money. Be careful if you're spending. If you're unsure how much you owe, ask Garte. Ask the station for additional funds. I have 40 right now. I need 130. Okay. Temporary research bonus. Facto memory returns. Let's rewind. You trace your drunken steps back home. Jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Fall over. Get up. Go off the asphalt in 20 minutes. Shuffle your feet through courtyards, scaring little children. Go under a great raised motor rack. 881 until you reach the domain where the jam-act streets are frozen this time of year. Take the nice, walk through Maine. There's a side alley with your footprints in the mud. Okay? Alright. Let's see if I could... Alright. Well, let's jump across the raised channel bridge southwest of here. Heap of snow melts in the wheelbarrow. Street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. Hi.
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with?
Oh, you sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
We need directions. Who exactly are you?
Me? I am just a gardener.
She hides it well, but behind the sweat and dirt there is something else in her rigid posture.
There's
Is
more to
there?
you.
The quickness of the reply certainly does not prove you wrong.
I'm working. I have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
But
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale.
what is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning. She shifts in her seat awkwardly.
Of course. Where to?
Okay, what is it?
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not a lot, really. Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got closed down ages ago. The harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store, too. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some islands in the bay, but they're hard to reach. What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This intersection is called Roundabout North.
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Sounds uncomfortable with the level of disorientation you are displaying.
It's there. In the yard, right through the hole in the fence. No problem.
She's very well composed, back straight.
Okay. I'll keep an eye on
Of
the gardener
course.
then.
I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Oh, thank you. Right, I have to remember to put those on. Okay. Jump across the raised channel bridge south and west of here. Is this your car? I'll get that in a minute. Some great tectonic force cracked the pavement like an eggshell.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is gone.
Gotcha. Is he gonna let me retrace my steps back home? Ancient fountain doesn't pump water. There's a street. I'll talk to those guys in a bit. Damage looks like it had been caused by an earthquake. Heck.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be the infernal machine that tore you from oblivion. The Caprice Kinema motor carriage. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens, radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Operating the radio is easy. Just be confident. You've probably done it 1,000 times.
Hi, Alice. I'm officer from the 41st Precinct. Nice to meet
This
you.
is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Can you connect me to 41st Precinct? I have something to report.
Just a second, officer.
She puts you on hold, a static cracking softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His ready voice is oddly familiar.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this. You're a cop, and cops know relay code.
Okay. 10-4, Section 41. I've got an urgent business. Over.
10-4, message received. 10-5, relay message. What's your status? Over.
Just reporting in. Over.
10-18, state your message, sir.
I'm in dire need of financial assistance.
10-4, I hear you. I don't have the authority to grant your request, but...
Is it him? What does he want?
He says he needs money.
Don't give that asshole anything. He's just gonna drink it all.
Alright, that's a negative on the additional funds, sir. Over.
Okay. Come out to the investigation, they add you more money.
He says it's important to the case.
He isn't getting a red cent. You can tell him that.
Request denied, sir. Over.
Because I'm begging you, I don't have a place to sleep tonight.
He says he's in trouble. Doesn't have a place to sleep.
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vigmar said... Anything else, sir? Over.
I need to report my badge, miss.
But you said... never mind.
Yeah, I lied to you. Sorry.
10-9, over.
My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's
10-4,
gone.
message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
Any other good news?
He's saying he lost his badge.
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Uh-oh.
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the
Yes,
name
I
of a
gathered that.
fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Oh.
Ten four, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
You know what? I'm gonna
What's
kick all your
going on?
asses. Oh god, now they're all
Look
laughing
out
at me.
there, lost his badge.
He lost his what now? His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you please just stop saying lost his badge
He
for a
asks you
moment?
to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
The woman on the other end of the line erupts in volcanic
Sergeant Orson was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. 10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
Enemy conversation in the back to make it difficult for him to
New
hear
heights
you.
even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Uh-oh. I think I have.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
Oh god, it's not
Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone.
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Okay, drama, medium 11. Convince them you didn't lose your gun.
Lying over the phone, it's easy. Just say it like it's the truth, and then it becomes it.
No, of course I didn't lose my
He
gun.
says he didn't.
Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it.
We're all glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. Do you need further assistance? Over.
Alright, that's
Roger that. 10-10. Over and out.
Alright. So, don't have my gun. Don't have my badge. Oh, God. It's unclear how you should go about finding a tiny piece of plastic in a world that exists. Maybe you'll just have to stumble across it down the line. Miracles happen. Someone must know something about your lost firearm. Maybe the district attorney, like someone high up in the union, or someone local who saw you with it before you passed out. The willing absent bartender. You will have to ask local pawn. You could ask for a local pawn shop on any information you can about your gun. Okay. Bye.
I am a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
Tommy Lee
A simple little cadence. He seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet. Hey there.
I can do my best, Stallone. I am the law. No, what's going on?
The jam, my man.
I motions towards the sprawl of lorries, sweeping gesture. What's
It's a
the
traffic jam for the
ages.
ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
So how long have you
Feels
been
like
here?
forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes and mazout.
Extravagantly phrased, but I can roll with it.
Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
A week, wow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about the
It's like,
strike.
whatever's going on over at the docks. Workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out.
What are they demanding?
Some pretty wild stuff, I hear. Like a giant new power crane in half the company? I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk there's a company rep in town, too. Like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up. Precise demands and so on.
Okay.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What do you think the company wants?
They want to keep that money flowing in, my man. Ka-ching.
He doesn't blame them, but he's not on their side. That's for sure.
Anything else? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. Us lorry drivers, camionneurs. You still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high. Or laid. Not that I blame them, really. Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing.
Glances down the road towards the horizon, a glint of something.
He tries his best to look nonchalant, but there's a rigidity in him, as if trying to conceal something warm and deep beneath a cool exterior.
Alright. Empathy. What do you see in his eyes?
Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter.
I'm okay, man. Just the jams got me down. The fumes, the chemical rainbows, the tarpaulin stretched on the frames and the dull engines off.
The man recedes into
Maybe
his
the
ways.
full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong.
Indeed. We hauling anyway.
Oh, high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that.
Relax. He's merely joking.
I guess as much.
Ha! No, I'm joking, my man. Found runs a nice, clean business. This haul of cargo is mostly sporting goods. You know, tracksuits and that kind of thing.
Cool.
They usually get shipped to Grad and the Occidents. Though we've been making headway in the Il Moran market lately. We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. This rockin' beauty. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery?
A motor lorry, also called a camion, on Caillou and neighboring islands. This one looks roughed up enough to be some sort of found rust bucket. Maybe the A6.
Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. Me and her spent a long time together.
Okay.
The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm.
Do you know anything about the dead man?
He ain't one of us drivers. I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy.
Okay.
It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He's kept his nose out of the dark stuff.
Alright.
The man taps his fingers
Now,
rhythmically
I'm gonna try and get some
against
money
his
for
arm.
him from him. See if that works.
Huh? Oh.
So no financial dues.
No, I ain't got any money. They don't want to pay for unfinished work. The bosses, man.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. It sucks is what it does.
Yeah, probably. Alright.
Don't be a stranger.
Okay. Goods, haphazardly surroundings. Humanox? I don't know. Ruins full of snow, no one lives here anymore. White tank top. Tank top. This gives me +1 of physical instrument. I want to get the conceptualization up right now. Making sweat, the sleeveless shirt is best choice if you're not afraid to show off your masculine upper body and hairy chest. Okay. You know what? I should, I'll come back here later. Just look at this really quick.
An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer. the greatest of the Philippine kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the opulent, father of Philip IV, the insane.
Okay. What did this king do?
Even by the standards of the Philippine kings, old sumptuous Philip was known for his profligacy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers, the
Why does he have a
suzerain of
statue?
Revachol. His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy. During the anti-centennial revolution, an end to his family line and the monarchy on the Insulindian Isola.
How did he manage to blow through the entire national
Stories
treasury?
have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber, where he stored unfathomable wealth. Krugerrands, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Aurum. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers, like some obese dragon, instead of a bed, like a normal person.
There's no way.
But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction.
The what
You
now?
see, old Philippe wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prodigious snorter of nose candy.
She was addicted to nose candy and bloated druggie.
That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains in the Insulindian Bay.
Okay.
His Majesty's courtiers said it helped him connect with the higher realms. Cocaine. Beneath the cold waters of the Insulindian Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn of the century revolution, when Martinez was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit.
So funny and nihilistic.
People in Martinez tend to disagree, as do many prominent art critics and thought leaders with more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Philip III, the squanderer, however, with his bronze face up in the air, doesn't seem concerned about what the hoi polloi think of him in death. Not that he ever did in life either.
Okay. So I think I got enough points to level something up. What do I want to level up? What do I need right now? I thought they picked empathy for this. Or are these going up on... that they're going up because of the pluses. That's right. I think. Oh, well, let's level up empathy. Okay. My empathy is now formidable. I can talk to the one dude again. See if I can get that thing out of him. Still need to go home, though. Let me find my home.
Now it's turning into a kind of a snow limbo, man.
Ease into it. Don't go too far.
I'm okay.
Maybe the full-on.
Failed again. That's okay. fixing roof. Slush, rain has almost washed them off. Okay. I do need to find my home. Take that. Viewing item. Pawn shop. Waterlock under order of until Wednesday 7:15. I will go in here and see if they have my gun. Some kind of machine, an antique cash register. Mostly military wear, with most eccentric fashions thrown in.
A typical Martinez streetlight sits among assorted floor and table lamps.
I'll let your gaze run over the streetlights.
The light pole has been carefully cut, and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly, but persistently. This would make quite a statement in your living room.
Yes, officer. As you see, it's in perfect working order.
His manner is casual, but his speech is careful, measured. He wants you to know that he has nothing to hide.
It was brought to me to be altered.
We are not here to investigate the theft of city property.
Leans in so the pawnbroker does.
You have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it.
Okay.
700 real. A bargain, I dare say. There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago.
Okay. Well, I don't want the light right now. Dark film projector whirring away. Less of a woman. Plaque simply says D.
You see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table. Some on horseback, others in rags, others yet in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Yes, buy something nice. A figurine.
Okay, let's dig up a truly cool figurine box on the table.
Everything you pick out seems faded, chipped, and sad somehow.
Okay. Then I will leave that alone for now.
It's not often that I see officers from the RCM in my pawn shop.
Man at the counter turns to you.
What can I do for you?
His courtesy is not insincere, but he prefers being alone with his projector, just watching the movement of light across the walls of the shop.
Shameful how insufficient police presence is in this place.
I haven't had any problems myself, though some of my customers have complained about inconsistent law enforcement.
Who are your customers usually?
All kinds of people come through here. Locals, travelers, people looking for a deal, people looking for a keepsake, people who are terminally bored. As you can see, I have a wide selection of goods for everyone to choose from. It keeps me entertained.
The attention is drawn once more to the play of lights and shadows of the walls.
He's
behind
well
you.
composed, but underneath it you sense psychedelic processes bubbling. Some kind of drug, maybe.
Is Roy high, and if yes, then what is he on?
feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard, he's probably on Prolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
Okay.
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Why on earth?
Whoops.
These are prescription. I can't really see without them.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
I'm just a chill-out cop who wants something like...
Prolidon is just something since the People's Power disaster. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. Had to take it for radiation sickness.
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you, too.
The People's Pile was a Type U particle decay generator that failed immediately after entering service, releasing radioactive waste into River Esperance. Construction began during the Commune of Revachol. The people continued work on it after the Commune fell. They wanted a cheap source of energy for Revachol West. Needless to say, things didn't work out. A primitive nuclear reactor, also called a pile, an emergency valve defect resulted in steam pressure blowing the turbine, taking the fuel containment vessel up in the explosion. Both the faulty design and lack of finances contributed to the catastrophe.
Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you were part of.
We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How did you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
Right.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Do you ever happen to have any guns, like the ones carried by officers of citizens?
Someone else came here earlier today asking the same question. I promptly sold her the gun you pawned a couple days back.
Oh shit, I did pawn it.
This is a pawn shop, and it did feel as if you've met before. Oh God. The lieutenant shifts from one foot to another, alert.
You were adamant about getting rid of it, officer. Said you were undeserving of a service weapon of the Revachol Citizens Militia. And I don't like keeping guns around the shop for long. Off-the-charts photon emissions. The unhealthy kind.
He's not telling you the whole story. It seems he's trying to spare you.
I feel like there's something you're not
You
telling me.
weren't quiet yourself, officer.
What was I like?
You were very distraught. You said the gun was a threat to your life and that you can't trust yourself with it tonight. And that you need the money. When I said that I don't normally buy firearms, you put the gun barrel in your mouth and sort of sucked on it. Then I agreed to take it.
Very normal behavior. You must have been in great shape.
So sorry to see me in this state. You don't have to talk to it. We don't have to talk about it.
No apologies necessary, officer. She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her. Truth be told, she was terrifying.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the Citizens Militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
Miraculously, his face does not reveal what's happening inside.
I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame the Citizens Militia?
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
Okay. Any idea where I can buy
My
it?
apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
Okay. At least I know how I lost my sidearm. That's how I lost
Of
course. I'm not going to ask for drugs right in front of my other guy. Oh, for this guy, so. Alright, so I'm going to really quickly increase my morale and call it here. Till next time, thank you very much for watching. If you like this video, please give me a like, share, comment, subscribe. It always helps me out. When we come back, I will see if I can find my gun and, well, probably won't find it anytime soon. And see if I can find my home, and then hopefully take care of that body. You know, that thing. So, till next time, thank you very much for watching. Have a good day, and take care.